the great calls 28 years ago. Taizong died, and the Lord ascends the throne. The northern enemy took the opportunity to unite with the neighboring countries to invade. At a time when Qiguan is in danger, the eldest Princess Lilan led 30,000 troops to fight. A mere 30,000 men. And sent a weak woman to lead the army. You are blind in the state of Qin, aren't you? You wait for your life. It's impossible to get this far. North Dickel was killed by Princess Zheng. Our big country won. Congratulations, Your Highness, on your immortal service. This time back to North Korea. I see who can object to your taking up the post of protector of the country. From the rebellion of the Pleiades to the Battle of Beatty, I am tired. Now the internal and external troubles have been settled. It's time to be right. Yu Chen, you go back and tell the emperor. Li Lan is dead. After Qiangguo, I will give it to him. Withdraw under the temple. Imperial period. Your Majesty, I have lost the emperor forever. Who else can I share with in this heyday? After the Battle of Beatty, Li Lan, the eldest princess who has taken off her military uniform, married Zhao Yikun, a scholar from a poor family, incognito. Use his 10 miles of red makeup to help him gain fame. And have children for them. Madam, congratulations on being a son. The northern enemy once again aggressively invaded the former country, the spectacle of the border town. Zhao Han, son of Lilan, led an army to fight. Pray for the blessing of Bodhisattva. My son came back from victory. Is something wrong with Hua? Is something wrong with Hua? The prince is back. My emperor is back. Zhao Rui, why are you wearing your brother's clothes? I made Real wear it. This Yunwen shoe brocade is a holy gift to the emperor. Reward him for defeating the enemy country. In fact, Zhang Rui can wear it in a vertical way. Huh? Zhao Huan was alive before. Naturally, Rua can't wear it. But now Zhao Huan is dead. Don't give it to me, Real. Is it moldy? What did you say? My mother said so. Zhao Huan, he's dead. Impossible. It's impossible. I'm good at martial arts. How could he die? Father, is it right that Hua is still alive? I just received news from the military department. Hua died in the war. There are no bones left. Hua died in the war. There are no bones left. No. Is it possible? The people have gone. The emperor doesn't want you to be so sad. Cheer up. I have something to tell you. What's the matter? I want to take Shuhi as evidence. What did you say? The emperor is dead. Real. He just got the lift again. The master said. Chinmay High School in the coming year. Staying in the capital is not a problem. I just wanted to. Let's have a double happiness. It can also rush the bad luck brought about by the defeat of the emperor. Bad luck. Wanna died for her country. I can't believe you called him unlucky. Instead of beating Didi, he was killed. It's not bad luck, what is it? Just got the news. The boss pointed the finger at me. Laugh at me for giving birth to a bear loser. This is really bad luck. Wanna is your eldest son. How can you talk about him like that? That's what I'm here to tell you anyway. I don't agree. To tell you the truth. This is the imperial edict of Princess Shi. It is not up to you to oppose the imperial concubine Shi. Oh, didn't I tell you? Don't mention the imperial concubine. I won't tell him the truth. He doesn't know the situation. The eldest prince has been named crown prince. If the people know, the sister of the prince's biological mother is a concubine. You let the prince's face brother Wang. It may also affect the whole Zhao mansion. So that's why. Kui Fujin is watching in the ceremonial department. As the old saying goes, the wife of Cloud Chaff is not inferior. If the people knew that once the prince had canonized his mother, he threatened his subjects to abandon the chaff. All husbands. Not only can it not be good, his reputation will be tarnished and presumptuous. So I want you to invite yourself to class. Wana just lost the battle. Just say that you failed to teach your son well. Since then, it has been a mistake to the family and the country. Be ashamed of your husband. Be ashamed of your majesty. Voluntarily abdicate Xian to Nei Niniang. Husband. Is that what you think? The imperial edict of the empress must not be done. Since we are going to do it. You can't save trouble for your wife and your royal highness. Ma'am, do it for me. For the Zhao family. You and Hona will be wronged. Although you will nominally be a concubine in the future, there is no shortage of gifts in the past. As for Huan I give you my word. I will definitely find him a Fengshi treasure land. It made him look good. You can't throw dirty water on the fire bucket. Li Lan should not be too greedy. This will convince you. What do you want? As long as I can give. Feel free to ask. I just want justice. I give up splendor and wealth. Married into the Zhao family for 18 years. To have children for you. Wait on my parents-in-law. May you be promoted step by step. The sins of these 7 animals. Which one did I commit? You will demote 7 to a concubine. 1 of 14 joined the army. Repeatedly defeated the enemy country. Blood spilled on the battlefield. How did he become a disgrace to the Zhao family? Why do you slander him? Didn't you tell me everything? That is the imperial edict of Empress Shi Gaifei. The holy name is inviolable. Yikun had no choice but to. What kind of army does his concubine count? How dare you abuse your imperial concubine? He faked the edict. What if I sell these adulterous concubines? I have to go into the palace and ask the emperor face to face. Did he know that his concubine was such a bully? It's the opposite. A wife doesn't listen to her mother-in-law and her husband. To tell you the truth, as long as you straighten up Aunt Ning, lady of the imperial concubine, will take Yukun from the etiquette department of King Shi Yamin, transferred to the household department. The officials and apprentices of Guan Yikun can't stand you to spill it. It's for promotion and fortune. Husband, You haven't even touched the abacus. What's more, I don't know how to operate. Although the household department is rich in oil and water, but it's not for you. How dare you humiliate your husband? Yukun simply dismissed him. Yes. How dare you disobey your lordship? This is the beginning of the 7th year. I spoke to my husband. How can I allow your concubine to interrupt? The rebellious ant is now the body of Sanpingning. You are a Kaomin. It would be nice not to kneel to Ning Ning Ning. I'm not as small as my sister. Just get down on your knees. Your family is really a chicken and dog. How dare you say that we are father of chicken and dog? Take him off. The husband is the wife. As a courtesy waiter. The etiquette of Daekian. How can a woman in the family be allowed to live by force? If you insist on not going to class on your own, I can only give you a break. 18 years ago. If I hadn't married into Zhao's family with a 10-ma dowry, you will only be a teacher in your whole life. Where is the courtesy waiter? Heroes don't ask about provenance. Besides, Yukun was appreciated by the county magistrate of Wexian at that time. Even without your dowry, Liu County Magistrate will also let Yukun enter Beijing. You were just a small lifting man at that time. If it wasn't for me, Liu Xian won't even look at you. Much less will I introduce his mentor to you. Shang Xu of the etiquette department uttered wild words. You are an insider woman. How to know the first-line county magistrate? That's right, ma'am. Don't even use your head when you talk big. I'm curious. How did my sister persuade Liu County Magistrate to help his lordship? Huh? You can't be betraying your beauty. Are you shameless? Okay. For the sake of 18 years of husband and wife, I'll give you one night to think about it. If tomorrow, before Grandma and Grandma come, you still won't go to class on your own, I'm going to take you off in public. I'm going to fire you in public. Li Lan is not afraid to tell you. Now you are a loser to Zhao Fu. Instead, it's Nini Niang. I have a son to win honor for the family. The imperial concubine helped Yikun get promoted and made a fortune. So the location of the mistress, you have to let it go. If you don't let go, you have to let go. Mother broke her leg 10 years ago. I have been giving my mother acupuncture and massage for 10 years. Only the mother can walk on the ground. Now my mother is so forced on me. Doesn't your conscience hurt? That's what your wife should do. I have the nerve to bring it out with such a little favor. Huh? Your son is dead. All the things that summon, including gold, silver, jewelry, silk and satin from the emperor, and land. It's all my real. I didn't expect that all my 18 years of hard work had been fed to the dog. Hiding for so many years. I didn't expect to come anyway. The emperor is missing Her Royal Highness, the eldest princess again. 18 years. No news at all. Is it true that Sister Wang? Impossible. Sister Huang must still be alive. Stop. What do you think this place is? Barge in as soon as you come up. This is the palace. Oh, my sister really came to the palace. Why do you want to file a complaint? It's a pity you can't even get into the palace gate. Huh? Mrs. Zhao, are you here to see the imperial concubine? Come on in. These two men are bitter enemies of the imperial concubine. Mrs. Zhao, rest assured. The humble position will share the worries for the imperial concubine. Halt! How dare you be rude to General Zhao's mother? Who am I supposed to be? It turned out to be the mother of trash summoning. My son lost his spectacle. Killed more than 100,000 soldiers. Why don't you old dog behave with its tail between its legs? Don't you dare come to the palace. My son is not a loser. I said he was useless. He's a loser. Bully others in broad daylight. Do you still have a law? And talk back to me. Lousy is the seed of King's law. Watch out. Sisu, are you all right? Dare to come to the palace to make trouble again. Break your dog legs. Go. Let's go back first. Master, you will not enter the palace. Your injury is so bad. You have to bandage it first. But sir, I'll figure it out again. Don't you dare enter the palace to sue the court. I didn't file a complaint. Then what are you doing? Visit the imperial garden. A heartless man like you. Naturally, I don't know what I'm doing in the palace. Dare to spoil my official apprentice. You wait for me. What are you looking at? Master, isn't his lordship really going to give you a break? He has been blinded by fame and fortune. Naturally, any evil thing can be done. Yes. Ah. The master door is locked. Master is on fire. Ni Yi Kao, open the door quickly. Somebody put out the fire. You didn't make me do this. Who makes me ignorant of the times? Then don't blame me for being ruthless. My lord, save your ladyship. Arson, please stop screaming. The fire came in from the outside. Obviously, they set the fire on purpose. You won't even slit your throat. Someone will come to save us. Do we just have to sit in a pile? Perilla, what happened to you? Trying to burn me. Li Lan is not that easy. Please come here today. Is to make an announcement. King Zero's wife passed away. Unfortunately, he died in the fire. But you can't live without a mother for a day. I decided to correct my Aunt Ming. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have no objection, change the genealogy today. What if I was a concubine when I entered the house? I've become a real wife. Mother Lin Lan. You and your dead son Zhao Huan. Everything you have earned for the Zhao family. It's all mine from now on. From now on, I will be the eldest son of the Zhao family. I don't think anyone dares to do it. Keep a low profile. I'm not dead yet. Who says I'm dead? Are you a man or a ghost? Wanted me dead. It's a pity that Yang Wang didn't accept me. You're not dead. You're not dead. Don't come to me. Made us think you were buried in the fire. Even the funeral ceremony is ready. Looking for you so you can start another fire. Ah, nonsense. Our husband and wife have 18 children. How could I do anything to hurt you? You don't want to spill blood. It's you. Beat your husband in public. It's the other way around. As the mother of the family, adopt a son but don't hand in. Cause your son Zhao Huan to mislead the country and the people. Let the family die. I'm going to divorce my wife in public today. I'm going to rest in public today. You made a fortune for a promotion. Killing your wife doesn't make you divorce your wife. And slander my son Zhao Yikun. You are a father in vain. He led his troops to the north enemy, but lost the strange official. Killed hundreds of thousands of officers and soldiers across the country. He is said to have wronged the country and the people. How did I slander him? If you think about that year, the eldest princess brought only 30,000 men. He killed his own dog and abandoned his armor. General Zhao Huan holds northwest camp. 100,000 troops lost their cities and lands less than half a month after the war began. It's a shame. Zhao Huan is a loser. Not even fit to carry shoes for the eldest princess. I heard that the army is giving you a break. Do you want to blame Zhao Huan and our Zhao father? It will make it impossible for me to attend next year's Spring Thunder. I'm the #1 talent. Don't worry. Your aunt has already helped to plead with the emperor. The emperor promised that as long as the situation does not expand, the Zhao family will not be held accountable. Madam. Now I know. How much disaster has Zhao Huan brought to our family? Such a defeat under Zhao Huan. Blue, as his mother, there is indeed a responsibility for neglect of teaching. A loving mother is a loser. The old man agrees with a bundle of embroidery. 1 of 14 joined the army. Lead troops to fight for more than 100 times. Wipe out more than 300,000 of the enemy. The holy priest called him a victorious general. The reward of gold and silver was sent into Zhao Mansion one by one. When tens of thousands of mu of fertile land were merged into the production of the Zhao family. Why didn't you say I was negligent in teaching? Everyone has a share when it comes to the reward. Why am I the only one to blame? The son is not the fault of the godfather. You are the chief evil. Since the husband thinks that one heir has committed a terrible crime, why don't you resign yourself? To atone for one's sins. Li Lan, how did you become so sharp-toothed? I should have known you were so broken. I wouldn't have let Yi Qin marry you. Didn't mother ever hear a word? As a mother he is just... yeah. A heartless and mercenary person like his mother. Naturally, I don't feel the same way. Li Lan. Don't talk too much. It was you who threw the divorce letter in my face first. It's you who keeps putting my emperor on the pillar of shame. It was said that the emperor lost the battle himself. None of us humiliated her. The shot is not tough enough. The next set is not stable enough. Make a feint to the east, but attack in the west. The sucker. You have seen the true biography of Wei Niang. Ready to go to war. The emperor was taught by me myself. I know his strength best. I don't see the body of the emperor. You can't expect me to believe that he will lose to a mere manuscript. It is not up to you to believe the news of the soldiers. Laoya, the news is true. I can testify. What are you dawdling with him? Just take a break. Drive out the mansion of Zhao. If your husband wants to have a rest, you can have a rest. I stepped out of the gate of Zhao House with my front foot. The hind foot will go to the imperial history stage. You abandoned the chair for your own selfish desires. I'd like to see if Princess Shi can protect you. Your mother's sister. Don't I just want to see the bones of the eldest son? Bring it in. This is the body of the eldest son Xiaowan. It was said yesterday that there were no bones left. The bones were found today. Such a botched lie. You think I'm as stupid as you? His lordship lied to you. I'm afraid you can't bear to see the eldest son's misery. His lordship sympathizes with you. You take it as a donkey's liver and lung. Sister, I really feel sorry for my lordship. Hey. Ma'am, I really didn't mean to lie to you. It's just that Hua died so miserably. No way. This is definitely not my Hua. You can't lie to me. I personally went to the army department to get the master. Although the face has been changed beyond recognition by China, but the birthmark on the right hand is still miserable. If you don't believe me, go and see for yourself. The master is a gentleman. You still have a unique birthmark on your hand. Emperor's son. Wake up. Didn't you promise your mother? Do you want to exchange your military skills for a good one for your mother? How could you die? Wake up, my lord. Huan-Er. Madam. Ben-Hun wanted to wait for the news of Huan-Er's defeat to fade away, and then have a funeral. In order to avoid peer jokes, Huan-Er also walked uncomfortably. But this is good. The best I can do as a father is to suffer some humiliation. Huan-Er can also be buried in peace. Madam. Be strong. There's a funeral for the emperor. Ladies and gentlemen, I will not fix this chest today. You all broke up. Mum, what else can I do for you? Although this body is Xiao Huan, but Xiao Huan is not your own blood. What did you say? Xiao Huan. He is the adulterous son of Li Lan and Li Jun, the magistrate of Wei County. What? What? You're talking nonsense. Didn't my sister make it clear yesterday that the reason why Liu Jun helped his lordship at that time? It's up to you, sister. In the face of, I just wanted to find out if the elder sister is really grateful to his lordship. Even if Rua inherits the position of head of the family in the future, being ridiculed as a concubine, I will also try to keep my sister's position as mistress. It so happened that Liu Xianling returned to Beijing. My nephew. I dragged someone to ask. Who knew that Liu Jun was drunk? Unexpectedly took the initiative to talk about adultery with Lai Nen. And laugh at your lordship that you are a 1,000-year-old son of a bitch. Bastard. You bitch and master are shameless. Liu Jun and I are clean. I knew you'd deny it, sister. I brought all the witnesses. Liu Jun, what did you tell me last night? Say it again in public. Liu Jun, look at me. Don't you dare say I'm having an affair with you. Liu Jun, about you and Li Lan. I have filed a petition against the imperial concubine of Shi. Don't you dare tell a lie. Copy the family and destroy the clan. Li Lan and I did have an affair. You're talking nonsense. Prince Zhao Han is also my flesh and blood. Everybody heard that, right? You bitch. Outstanding. For 18 years I have toasted you and hurt you. I was going to pass the seat to Zhao Wu. Turns out he's a wild woman. Have an affair with others. According to the rules, The minister should escape. That's what this kind of person should do. His lordship still has to summon. Should be removed from the genealogy. Give me the genealogy. Drag the body down. Cut into 1,000 pieces. To raise ashes through bone contusion. To comfort my ancestors of the Zhao family. Somebody. Ah. I can't believe you still know martial arts. You are not to touch my emperor. My emperor is a hero in the fight against the North Pole. He's not a bastard. You are not to touch him. Xu Fei. She knows how to wait for three-legged kung fu. How can a rebellious son like Zhao Huan be taught? Come on, bunch of losers. Can't even hold a woman. Go and tie that bitch to me. Li Lan doesn't want your maid to die. He was arrested. Despicable, no master. Take the eldest son and go. Li Lan, for the sake of our husband and wife for 18 years. As long as you tie your hands. I promise to find a good place for Zhao Wan. Let him be buried in Anzi. To a handmaid like you. I gave him a sum of money. How about getting him out of the house and getting married? You mean what you say. Mr. Su can testify. Yeah. Zhao Yikun, if you dare to lie to me, I won't let you go even if I'm a ghost. Hua Ai's dead. I have no intention of living any more. Don't take me as a sin again. Bless your family. Go. Somebody help. Get this bitch out of here. Chun Tang. The Imperial Edict of Fengshen Chengyun. Zhao Huan defeated Bai Di. Perform meritorious deeds. Feng Zan Bei Hu Chinless. The girl is back. The eldest son, Mrs. He Jing. How dare Dao Nu humiliate bad slave? Children are unfilial. Come back late. My son. I knew my son was still alive. I knew you were alive. You. I can't believe you're not dead. Mom, did they bully you? Sir, you are one step later. Her ladyship was presented by them. How dare you hit me with the palm ring? Little ant. How dare you humiliate your mother? I wish I could kill you. Didn't the newspaper say you were dead? This is General Zhao's brilliant plan to defeat the enemy. General Zhao confronted the main force of the northern enemy openly. Then let the deputy general sneak up on Wang Ting with more than 100,000 northwest troops. The northern enemy suffered heavy losses in this war. Unable to move southward in 20 years. General Xiao is my former veritable god of war. Zhao Huan, how dare you openly shoot the Holy Emperor? What is the crime of the dying Lady of the Breeze? What kind of death? Well, my mother is now the 3rd grade of life. Zhao Huan, you are a mere 4th-grade official. How dare you beat Sampin Ying's life? You have committed the following crimes. According to the order, the frontier must be distributed. What if you come back from the battlefield alive? What if it's not a war meritorious service? Don't you want to go back to the border to drink the wind and eat sand? Is the second son deaf? Our family has just read the edict. General Zhao broke the northern enemy. It has been designated as the Northern Hu of Erpin Town. What? When father-in-law Liu announced the decree just now. I'm trying to figure out how to spend that money, idiot. Cheap husband's life insurance. Why don't you come here and get down on your knees and apologize to your mistress? His lordship, help me. All right. This is at home. If you want to play with the authority of the general, persuade you to go. Is that my father is still here? It's your turn to show off. Be merciful and spare others. Zhao Huan. You shouldn't force your elders like this. It almost killed my mother. He won't kneel today. Don't try to get out. What if the old man wants to rest in peace? Lily, my mother. Or get down on your knees. Or the dead minister will die. Do you believe it or not? I will impeach you tomorrow. Unfilial Xiao Ming. You go to the 9 pass, Xiao Ji. Bad man, don't you dare. Why wouldn't you dare? Li Lan, let me tell you something. Let my son think clearly before talking to me. My son Zhao Huan is no longer your son. Have you forgotten? There are no father and son brothers here. Only monarchs and ministers. Ning, do you still insist on not kneeling? Commit the following crimes. Distribute the banished army according to the law. My son Zhao Huan has the highest position here. According to the rules, you should all kneel and salute him. The staff of those who do not kneel is 20 boards. Quickly. The county government would rather be very. Come and kowtow to my mother. Quickly. Sister. I was wrong, sister. I was wrong. Give me another chance. My sister asked you to lie to me with a fake body. A poisonous woman who harms people. Niang Xiaoqi. Mom, how did my name get scratched? That's because Niang, she doesn't obey the way of a woman. Adultery with others. His lordship found out. What? The adulterer knelt down here. Liu County Magistrate. You didn't go to Liu's house a lot when you were a kid. I used to wonder. His lordship was a lifting man at that time. Liu Jin, the magistrate of the county. How can you treat this kid differently? Every time I go to play, I always bring back a bunch of gifts. So you're his son? No way, absolutely not. Zhao Huan. You should be glad you are no longer my son of the Zhao family. Or even you will run away too. Yes, father. You haven't punished Li yet. Yes, Zhao Huan. You are no longer the son of the Zhao family. But Li must flee. Especially with police effect. Li Lan. For the sake of husband and wife. This sinister animal. You can put it. But you have to be punished by our family. Somebody. Drag it down to Chen Tang. I'll see who dares. I'll see who dares. Who dares to come forward again? General Ben let his blood spatter 5 steps. Mom, what do you say? I didn't have an affair with Liu Jun. The dog thief was truthfully recruited. Who knows you framed me? Don't you dare tell a lie. General Ben killed you. How dare you threaten Zhao people to commit perjury in public? You are in contempt of the king's law. General Zhao. Don't be impulsive. You just came back alive from the war. It's not worth it. Although you are not my son now. But you also did meritorious service for the court. Let me give you a word of advice. Your mother has been convicted of adultery. If you are willing to leave by yourself today, I can pretend I didn't see it. Father, you can't let him go. This is letting the tiger go back to the mountain. Hey, take care of your stupid son. or die together. Let's kill me first. I didn't commit adultery with Li. It's Li. It was forced on me temporarily. And my family threatened me. And the imperial concubine scared me. Bold Liu County. You just confessed to adultery with Li in public. Everyone heard you. And now it's time to reverse the confession. Don't you dare talk to the imperial concubine. Aren't you afraid of going out of the 9 tribes? Ha ha. Villain. I can't remember if there is one. Did you commit adultery temporarily? The general still treated you well when he was a child. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, you guys. Liu Jin, you just have to tell the truth. I will keep your family safe. The teacher said that this teacher Li is a great man. Is it true? Do you have any evidence to prove? Ning and others forced you. Whether it's to catch Liu Qin's family, or the crown prince of the tea house. It's all taken care of. Even if the minister of Dali Temple is called in, there will only be one charge of adultery. Li Lan, you are waiting to be wronged by Chan Dao. Your Majesty, Your Highness the Elder Princess, we have news. Where is Sister Wang? At the Lang House of the Ministry of Lei. Go. Then I went to take Sister Huang back to the palace. Since you won't tell the truth, General Ben will kill you. See who else dares to insult my mother. I have proof. Don't kill me. I have proof. I thought you said you didn't leave anything behind. The imperial concubine did say that it was all cleaned up. Liu Zhen. Since you have proof, take it out. If you don't take it out, how can we believe that you are right? Yeah. You have proof. You take it out. Ah. What are you doing? Let you take the evidence. Why are you taking off your pants? Master Liu Zhen is crazy. Come on, get him out of here. No way. 20 years ago. Because of riding a horse. Break the roots of children and grandchildren. All these years. The reason why I have been afraid to make fun of going back to Beijing. Just for fear that the court would find out. I'm not a man anymore. So, I can't commit adultery with Li at all. And I can't have a baby with him. General Zhao. Beg you to do a good thing. He's an eunuch. You didn't even notice. Oh, how do I know? The magistrate of the county strikes. My lord, what do we do now? Rather is to intimidate the imperial court to order officials to sit and fight. Use government to plant good people. Commit the most heinous crimes. Somebody, take it down. Sent to the prison of the Ministry of Punishment. No. I don't want it, my lord. His lordship, help me. You are the worst. Even the imperial concubine she can't save you. Mrs. Wanna is all a family. Lack of blood is not good. Yeah. Don't let outsiders see our Zhao jokes. Just now I divorced my wife and killed my son. This will become a family. Madam. It's all my fault. I heard about it too. You betrayed me. But it's all a misunderstanding. It's all lifted now. I'm not going to build this street. We're still the same. You are in charge of this family. Haya is outside to add splendor to our family. I'm just asking you to let go of your mother this time, okay? Zhao Yikun. Even if you keep this wife, I will never be your Zhao Jiafu again. I want to be reasonable. It's reasonable. It's not about returning the dowry. It's not just dowry. And my son's reward for military service over the years. All must be returned one by one. Not a penny less. No, my lord. No, my lord. The imperial concubine replied. You have been transferred to the account department. And Real's official position. The imperial concubine agreed. But it costs 1,000,000 taels of silver. 1,000,000 taels. But this Leland's dowry plus the gift of the emperor. It's only 2,000,000 taels. Oh, my lord. Don't be so short-sighted. These 1,000,000 taels don't just buy 2 official positions. The important thing is to let the empress know. We, the Zhao family, have a heritage, can help the crown prince. Besides, I'm going to divorce my wife anyway. Zhao Huai is dying. We are not afraid that they will ask us to pay back the money. 1,000,000 taels for 1,000,000 taels. I don't agree. It's reasonable. I'll tell you. To divorce your wife and redeem you is private. As long as I don't agree. You will always be the mistress of the Zhao family. It's my wife. Zhao Yikun, I have completely lost my heart to you. Since you are scratching your heart to please Shi Gaifei. Also want to straighten up Ning Shuhi. Why bother with me again? Oh. Are you reluctant to give up? What about the dowry I brought in this 10 miles of red makeup? Don't talk nonsense. Anyway, I just don't agree that you should leave Zhao's house. Unless the wife is divorced. These 18 years have been really blind. I gave everything for you. A wolf and a dog. Li Shi, don't be so pitiful. For 18 years you helped Yi Kun take care of the inner house. Don't you also live under the glory of Yi Kun? And Hua is there a father, Yi Kun, to help him do it? He can be promoted in the army by himself. This is the capital. What is the honor of just 4 grades? And I have to take great pains to make friends with the ladies of senior officials. Zhao Yikun. You ask yourself. For all these years, have you ever had a relationship? Let someone take care of me in Hua. Anyway, I don't care. I just don't agree. You can only rest if you want to go. Or you will die in Zhaojihun. Do you agree to be reasonable or not? I don't believe you really dare to kill me. I'm your old man. Yes, General Jam. We're all family. There's something to sit down and discuss. It's the opposite. The son put a knife to his father's neck. Yulin, this is the good son you raised. With this one, as soon as you take a break, you get your name right. Do you believe it or not? You touch me today. Tomorrow, Imperial Shi will impeach your father. Not only do you lose your position, and the head falls to the ground. And then, your mother will also sweep grain. Zheng Yukun, this. How dare you not withdraw the knife? Are you really going to kill me? My mother just said that. There are no parents here. Only monarchs and ministers. What this general is going to do? Just a villain who covets me and my family business. Even if the lawsuit is brought before the saint, General Ben is not afraid. Careful. Careful. Your knife is very sharp. This knife beheaded tens of thousands of enemy dogs. You said he was not sharp. I'm not an enemy dog. Why did you kill me, old dog? Is it reasonable in the end? Oh, what are we going to do? Brother Zhao, please promise to be reasonable. You can make money without it. But this life is gone. Everything is over. It's not that I don't agree with rationality. It's just that most of the money has been spent. I can't give it to you. Or I'll give you half, or I'll agree. Bargain with you when you are dying. Okay. Okay. Can I borrow money and give it back to you? The crown prince is here. The crown prince is coming down. The crown prince is coming down. Zhao Huan and Li Lan. It's time to die. See your royal highness the prince. Get up. It's the crown prince. In a mess. Guo thought he had entered the vegetable market. Your highness. It's Xiao Huang and Li Lan. They're going to take all our possessions. The money was supposed to be given to your highness by my father. What dog lackey? Dare to rob even the money hired. Arrest Zhao Huan for me. And this? Prince Li. You don't even ask why you arrest people. Thunder, rain and dew are all Junan. I've never heard of that. There is also a saying that the king wants his minister to die. The minister had to die. You must have heard that before. As a prince of a country, to do this fainting and domineering act, where to govern the laws of the country. Come on, come on. I went too late. Sister Huang ran away again. I also heard. Zhao Shilang is going to arrest the eldest princess. Your Highness, Zhao Yikun, who dares to bully Sister Huang. It's the other way around. Go to the Long Prince's sword. I'm going to kill him. Yes. Sword of the Princess. Have you ever heard of it? Is it when the emperor ascended the throne? Zhang Zhao, the adulterous minister who chopped off the disaster in the eldest princess. The sword of Khan who killed the enemy 2 times in foreign countries. It is this sword. Isn't the sword of the eldest princess always dedicated to the temple? The emperor has given it to the crown prince. Your Highness is mighty. Li Lan. The sword of the princess kills even the northern emperor Khan. Besides, your son is just a second-class marquis. Even the lonely silver dares to move. You really have the guts to eat ambitious leopards. Somebody arrest them for me. You hit your knees hard. Save the king in a foreign country. How can you be so stupid? Okay. Zhao Huan. I'll give you a chance to live. As long as you hand over the tiger Fu of the northwest camp. Auntie will spare you once. Tiger Fu belongs to the emperor. Want the tiger amulet? What does the prince have in mind? Zhao Huan. This is the last chance. If you don't hand over the tiger charm, I'll kill you first. Return your highness the crown prince. Why don't you talk to him? Just kill it. If this man dies, won't Hu Fu get it? Dare to go against the thief. How dare you be arrogant? Summon the crown prince to kill him. But Hu Fu, Zhao Huan, is really abhorrent. Not only rob you of your money, he scolded you. Scold you for being ignorant and ignorant. Scold you for being unworthy of being a king. Even the asshole dares to scold. You're right. If you kill him, you are not afraid of not finding the tiger husband. Fall from religion. Ouch. Your Majesty, slow down. How does my sister feel when she watches her son die? I don't feel anything. I can't help feeling sorry for you. White hair is a gift. The brunette is going to watch him die. There is nothing more tragic than this. Don't worry, you will have this day sooner or later. Well, why don't you cry for your son? When will it wait? Li Tai, you forged the sword of the princess. What should be the punishment? What does an ignorant insider woman know? This is bullshit. If Jiu Tian kills you, you haven't even been in the palace. Dare to speak nonsense in front of His Royal Highness. The sword of the eldest princess is a treasure. I only worship the temple. Take a look from a distance. Brother Zhao, what about you? We are of the same grade. Ah. Yes. As soon as the sword of the eldest princess comes out, I'm out of my mind. A bunch of rubbish. Didn't you say Auntie's princess sword was a fake? That aunt will show you. See if this sword can be stabbed to death. If I can stab you to death, it shows that the sword is real. Aha. Aha. When I was injured, my mother dared to have sex. Don't you dare push the prince. Do you want to rebel? Arrest these two anti-thieves. It is not known who will rebel. Is Mrs. Sun so good at martial arts? Break the sword with bare hands. But all I know is that he will. Kung Fu is not that good, is it? Is it possible that this sword is a fake? A mortal dares to pretend to be the sword of the eldest princess. Prince, are you a pig? Be bold and cynical. How dare you insult your royal highness? Why don't you kneel down? Look at the posture of the prince just now. The fake sword of the princess should be used a lot. Kill Zhongliang. As Chu Jun. Combined punishment for 2 crimes. Lo 2. You crown prince has done your job. Is this prince's sword a fake? The prince is too brave. How can the sword of the eldest princess be forged, since he let his mother and son die and live again? It's hateful. No. We must not let Zhao Huan walk out alive, or he will ride me on my head again. I can't turn over for the rest of my life. Up to now, the prince. In for a penny, in for a pound. Aunt Li Zhao Huan originally wanted to leave you a way to live. But now you only have one way left. There is no burial place for death. My aunt is going to chop you all into mashed meat. Mrs. Li, you killed Zhongliang innocently. You're not afraid of the emperor, you know? To tell you the truth, my father has been the master of Zhao Huan Gong for a long time. I had a murderous heart long ago. Otherwise, when he lost the war, spread the news at once. Even if my aunt killed Zhao Huan, my father won't blame me. He will only reward me heavily, share his worries and solve his problems. Haha. Somebody. Stop. Dog lackey. How dare you offend the reward? You. How dare you offend the town of Beiho? Do you want to be criticized? Hey, what's Manager Zhang doing here? Does the Emperor know what's going on here? It's not that there was nothing last night. I did have him stopped. Oops. Afraid of what? Just a smoking slave. Do we have the prince here? Zhang Digui. What are you doing here? Holy Oracle. Zhao Huan, Northern Marquis of Zhuanzhen, and his mother Li were invited to the palace. My father, haven't you just summoned Zhao Fu? Why did you summon him again? I rushed in so rashly. Would it annoy Sister Wang? Forget it. Don't go in there for a while. Shopkeeper, I command you, no matter what method is used, make sure that Sister Huang comes back to see me. An old slave, a smoking slave dared not speculate on the holy will. Why don't His Royal Highness go back to the palace and ask? You are a dog-smoking slave. Mrs. Zhao, the chief, please follow the slaves into the palace. The crown prince has come to this. Zhao Huan and her son must not be allowed to leave. Shopkeeper. To tell you the truth, Li and Zhao Huan are people who must be killed alone. If you know each other, go back and tell your father. The man was dead when you got here. Somebody kill them. Here is the sword of the eldest princess. Let's see who dares to make a second. Why another sword of the princess? Does anyone else have the sword of the princess? There is no such treasure as the sword of the princess. How could anyone copy it? The Holy Lord gives you the sword of the eldest princess. But kill all iniquity. Your Royal Highness includes you. Mrs. Zhao, who the Zhao? Please follow the slaves into the palace. You want to die? Huh, what are you proud of? Entering the palace is not a dead word. Hey! Your Royal Highness. Will the Emperor really kill Zhao Huan? Don't worry. They went in vertically. Come out horizontally. Mrs. Zhao, just a moment please. Mum. Why don't you pretend to be dizzy? What, you believe the prince? The Emperor knocked me down. I'm afraid I've heard about my support and self-respect. I've made up my mind. Anyway, now the Northern Emperor will no longer be able to march south in 20 years. I saw the Emperor. I will hand in the tiger charm. And then resign. Take your mother. Find a place with beautiful mountains and rivers to live in peace. Don't worry. The Emperor is not such a fainted man. If he dares to gather virtuous women like this. The mother went in and scolded him. Mother, that is not to be blamed by the Emperor. Not your son. Mrs. Zhao, the Emperor announces your remonstrance. Ah, Master Zhao Hu. The Emperor asked you to wait outside. Emperor Zhao Hu asked you to wait outside. My mother is a housewife. Why did the Emperor call him here? I'd better go in. Why, Master Zhao Hu? Do you want to defy life? The Holy Master is already afraid. I can't attack and disobey anymore. Mother. If it's hard for you, Your Majesty, just call me. Don't worry. Your Majesty, he won't embarrass me. Sister Huang. The fight started. Why didn't I hear you? Boss Zhang, please. Let me in. Zhao Hai. Don't worry. Your mother will be fine. Then how did I hear the sound of a fight? Why didn't the miscellaneous family hear it? Zhao Hu is worried too much to hear hallucinations. Sister Huang. Spare Chana. Get some sleep. You can't do it if it's only 10 moves. It's been abandoned all these years. Man. Oh, don't cry. Almost 40 people. Why are you still like a child? In front of Sister Huang. I will always be a child. Okay, you are Sister Huang's Zhao Chen. Sister Huang. It's too hard for me. The court is full of old foxes. I fight wits with them every day. I'm already in a state of anxiety. However, the harem is not installed yet. Just one prince. It's still a useless one. Look at me. My hair is worried grey. This prince is indeed. Oh, you're still young. Teach it well. I beg your majesty to spare my mother. 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 Jinbei Hu, what's going on? The prince said that you were afraid of Zhao Honggong and Master Gaozan. To kill him. Nonsense. How could I have such an asshole? Sister Huang. I've been listening to Sister Huang's teachings. Future generations of warriors who threw their heads and spilled blood for the money country. Besides, Zhao Huan is my nephew. How could I kill him? Don't let Huana know about our relationship yet. Why? Isn't Sister Huang willing to go back to the palace? Now the government is stable, and no foreign enemies invade. I didn't get a chance to use my talents when I came back. Just let your sister live in peace for a few more days. Does Sister Huang still want to go back to Zhao's house? Isn't Zhao Yukun going to divorce his wife? Zhao Yukun is heartless and heartless. Abandon his wife and children in order to cling to the rich and powerful. Now I just want to be with the Shao family who are separated from each other. Wailing Blade. But Prince Heng is in the middle. Inverse Sun. With this edict, the keeper of Zhao Yukun dared not entangle it. I will give you more than 500 Lin Jin. If the one drowned, dare to stop Sister Huang from cutting him. Beg the Emperor for mercy. Leave my mother alone. Your Majesty. Sister Huang, please get out of here. Be careful that my nephew of Zhao Huang broke his head when it was too late. Okay, then I'll go first. Mom, are you all right? You see, my mother is not fine. I told you that the Emperor is not a fainted man. You don't believe it. Worry about it in vain. Thanks to you, you are a general with hundreds of thousands of troops. So unstable. I am not afraid that the officers and soldiers below will laugh at you. Why are they still alive? Zhao Huan and Zhao Yikun received the order. Zhao Yikun didn't kneel down to receive the order. Fengxian. Xiao Huan, Northern Hu. Emperor Zhao Yutown is a young talent. Perform meritorious deeds. Have a deep heart. Princess Wan Mingyu continues to be in charge of the Northwest Camp. Concurrently served as commander of the Army and Horse Department in Wusheng. It turned out to be a perfect force. Zhao Yikun, the Minister of Etiquette, abandoned his wife and children, unworthy to be a husband. The commander immediately saluted Li. Return all Li's dowry. And call back the gifts of the past. A betrothal gift for Princess Lin Yu. There must be no delay. An oracle from the Emperor. Those who dare to stop it, kill without pardon, including your Royal Highness. Return all dowries and gifts. What are we going to do? Somebody move the dowry. Quickly. Move this over there. Yes, 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 put it there. Put it there. You can't move it there. Come on, move it. All these things have been moved away. What are we going to do with the Shao family? Screw you, old lady. Go, go. Hurry up and empty it. Your Royal Highness, you must stop them. They have an edict and an oracle from the father. There's nothing I can do about it. Are they allowed to pay half a visit to the Shao mansion? Didn't Auntie say that the Shao family has a profound heritage? Just moved Li's dowry. And a reward from Zhao Huan. Where will it be empty? This is my mother's dowry. This is also my mother's dowry. Zhao Yikun, the rest of my dowry and gifts. How are you going to pay it back? The whole mansion of Zhao was emptied by you. Li Lan, don't go too far. I went too far. In order to embezzle my dowry and the gift of Hua, arson to kill gas, forge a body, falsely accuse me of adultery. This pile is one by one. Who is out of line? I told you, no one started the fire. Stop framing me. Isn't it just a gift and your dowry? I'll borrow it and give it back to you. Then sign it. Can you get out of my house now? Yeah, I'll collect the money 3 days later. What 3 days? Written clearly in black and white. Pay off the remaining half of the dowry and gifts within 3 days. I didn't see it clearly. Does this not count? This is Zhao Yikun. If you don't know the rest of the dowry and gifts within 3 days, I will order someone to copy 10,000 points. All over the streets and alleys of the capital. Let everyone see your Zhao jokes. That's right. This is also my dowry. How can I swallow such pig food? No gold or silver jewelry. I have to visit the imperial concubine in the palace tomorrow. I'm used to using loose smoke. Now I feel sick when I smell other foams. Okay. Let's stop talking. What are your little difficulties? It's hard for me. I borrow money everywhere these days. How many white eyes have you received? How many grievances have been suffered? Eldest brother. Please. Our master is not at home. Lord Zhao, come back another day. Thank you, Master Son. 2. 10 taels of silver. 10 taels. This is shoe brocade. You don't even look. Do you understand? Country bumpkin 10 taels of silver. Love doesn't understand. Hey. Big brother. I'm waiting for the money urgently. It's all lit up. Just these days. I have picked up my face for more than a decade. I wish I hadn't been shy. I'm drinking a bird's nest right now. His lordship found out. The lady and the eldest son moved into the duke's house. What? I can't believe a man like him lives in the duchy house. Prince's house. But the emperor's residence for Princess Lingyu. Princess Lingyu is not old enough to get married. I heard that. The emperor allocates a lot of money to renovate it every year. To avoid the grandeur of rest. Better than Zhongziai Palace. Didn't the prince say that Xiaohuan must die? Why are you still living in the prince's house? This is called supporting and killing. Wait and see. Soon Xiaohuan will be dead. Mum, is it really okay for me to marry the princess? I hear this is the emperor's support and killing. Why have you lost so much weight recently? Have you been worried about the killing? Why don't I go to the palace tomorrow? Withdraw the marriage to Princess Lingyu. Living in such a magnificent mansion. It's always like a dream. Sample. I'm afraid I'll wake up one day. The royal army rushed in. Huan. Feel at ease to live in the prince's house. The prince's house was built for me by my father. Who dares to make trouble? Would it be a little selfish of me to do so? But if I come back to the palace, the former department will certainly surrender one after another. At that time it is sure to cause a disturbance. The emperor's mother can only wrong you. Oh, look at the betrothal gift my mother prepared for you. Is there anything else you need to buy? This is too much betrothal gift. Oops. Princess Lin Yu is the eldest princess loved by the emperor most. The queen emerges. Incomparably noble. At that time, her dowry is compared with these betrothal gifts. Just more, no less. Why are you so sad one by one? Didn't the food improve today? Oops. The Liu family retired their marriage. What? This. Oops. How can this marriage be retired as soon as it is said? The betrothal gift was not delivered on time. Mrs. Liu will come to the house. See the sight of our family in vain. I slapped my face at that time. The ploughing was returned in the afternoon. He said he was afraid that Miss Liu would marry and bear hardships. Oh, what a shame. He was renounced by a 4-grade official. If people knew that I had been returned, it's sure to be laughed to death. Mother can't. You talk to that aunt of the imperial concubine. Let her speak to the emperor. Marry that Princess Lingyu to me. Ah. So everyone can live in the prince's house. Yeah, didn't the prince say that? The emperor is afraid of Zhao Honggong and the master of Gaozin. To support and kill Zhao Huan. Princess Lingyu is the emperor's favorite princess. How is it possible to send Zhao Huan to Princess Lingyu? It does work. This Zhao Huan lived in the prince's house without getting married. It's not in line with the rules. If the imperial concubine caught this mistake, maybe we can get the emperor to withdraw the marriage. Your Majesty, yes. My concubine has heard some rumors recently. It's about Hu Beihao's summons. It is said that he is a foreign minister. Even before they got married, they overtook Zhandi. The princess's mansion is arrogant. The concubine also heard that. The birth mother of Zhao Huan, Li Shi. He is also arrogant and unreasonable. They are sharp-tongued in the Zhao family. Dare to refute your husband and mother-in-law in public. Zhao Shilang. That's why you want to divorce your wife. Bastard. In fact, Zhao Shilang divorced his wife on that day. The prince went too. I also want to do justice. Unexpectedly, he was also insulted and reprimanded by Li Shi. This motherfucker. Alas. This Zhao Huan is really nothing. My concubine is afraid that Princess Lingyu will suffer when she marries. My concubine has a nephew, named Zhao Rui. Born with a handsome face. A man of striking appearance. It will still be distressing. It is better to remove Zhao Huan's wedding decree. Let Zhao Rui marry Princess Lingyu instead. Who told you that the prince's house belongs to Lingyu? Who told you? I really want to praise the crown prince who killed Zhao Huan. It was raised and abandoned by an ignorant and stupid woman like you. As a foreign prince, forget it if you don't want to make progress. And went to get involved in the family affairs of his subjects. He likes to get involved so much. I simply abolished his position in the Sichu army. Demoted to a common man. Let him wander the street every day. It's enough to mind your own business. Shigaife is immoral. The adopted son does not teach. Connive at the prince's misdeeds. Rebuke and seize the title. Demoted to a concubine with a carefree path. Your Majesty, my concubine knew that I was wrong. The concubine must discipline the crown prince strictly. Your Majesty, Your Majesty, Your Majesty. The marriage of my wife Rua and Princess Ling Yu. The mother imperial concubine did it. Is there anything else that can't happen? That's right, princess. You still have the nerve to ask. For your sake. Not only was I reprimanded by the emperor, and was demoted as a concubine. This time it is really impossible to steal the rice. How did this happen? I also blame myself for being quick. You shouldn't talk bluntly about the emperor's support and killing of Xiao Huan. As a monarch, even if you are afraid of another subject, and I won't bring it to the public. What do we do now? We just have to wait. Another gift of marriage. It is also a charter to enter the state government office. The emperor's reward to Xiao Huan has reached its limit. Just wait. It won't take long. The emperor will wave a butcher's knife at Xiao Huan. Hit like this. Why don't you declare too much a doctor? This. I am terminally ill. There's no need to survive. Drink the medicine that cries to death. Son, you are only in your 30s. How did this happen? I'm self-made and stupid. The national situation is heavy. The force is still not dangerous. Selfish and thin. The partial prince is still a useless person. Violent masochism. To make you disobedient. And you said that. You and I were wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. Say it. The prince spared his life. The prince spared his life. The prince spared his life. Ha! You! A powerful bully. Beat the prince who maimed Zhongliang. How can I rest assured that the government will be handed over to him? There is no one to share it for me. I know he's suffering. Sister Huang, shall I fan the seat for you? When my father was alive, I deliberately passed on the throne to you. Maybe my father also saw that I was so stupid. Sister Huani is an all-round talent in culture and martial arts. Be concerned about one's country and one's people. The rivers and mountains and the people of 1,000 countries. I can rest assured only if I give it to Sister Huang. Sister Huang. Chana, I beg you. No way. I can't agree to your request. Why? From the elimination of rebellion to the Battle of Beatty, I've seen too many human tragedies. I'm really tired. Tired of being on guard all the time. A day of intrigue and intrigue. What about Qian Guo? Isn't there a crown prince? You can hire him a good master. Strict discipline. Maybe we can make it right. Come here. Then let Huang Zhao be the prince's master, all right? Sister Huang is the best and strictest teacher in the world. I was taught by Sister Huang at the beginning. Zhao Huang's nephew was also taught by Sister Huang. Look how well you teach. A generation of famous generals in Guizhou. My body now. I also need Sister Huang to help me share the government. That's okay. I would like to be the prince's master. Really? The mother's birthday is in the middle of the month. And then I will be announced at the birthday banquet. The once all-powerful protector princess returned to the nest. Make you the princess of the prison country. Didn't the Queen Mother take part in meditation on Mount Wutai? Ever since Sister Huang left the palace, the Queen Mother is in Qingxiu in Wutai Mountain all the year round. I haven't had a birthday party for many years. But now Sister Huang is back. If the mother learns the news, I'm sure I'll be back in a hurry to protect his beloved daughter. Then you can just announce that I'm still in court. There is no need to seal the Princess of Jiangwo. I am also helpless. My son of a bitch is a teacher for him. If Sister Huang's status is lower than him, I'm afraid I can't stop him. Hey. That's okay. My sister is back. Sister Huang, if anyone makes trouble today, you can just use this sword to protect the country and kill it. Today is the mother's birthday. Don't bring this kind of murder sword. Alright, listen to Sister Huang. Where's the Queen Mother? The Emperor's son passed the book to the pigeon just now. It is said that it is less than 100 miles to the capital. I'm really unfilial. I haven't heard from you for 18 years. When you come back, you still have to make the Queen Mother suffer. If Sister Huang knows her mistake, don't go missing again. Don't worry. I will never leave you and my mother again. Drink the medicine. Chana, drink the medicine first. Have a good rest before you go to Jinluan Hall. Good. There will be Sister Lao Huang at the birthday party. Put it there. Yeah. The Empress Dowager lived a long life. I don't even know if I'm coming back. Ma'am, why are you still doing it yourself? What do you know? I got the news. The eldest princess, who has disappeared for 18 years, is back. What? The Emperor's sister will help you teach the Crown Prince well, to ensure the prosperity of Deccan. People live and work in peace and contentment. What? The empress said that 18 years ago, she sued for treason. The princess guardian of Beidi. I heard that the eldest princess died 18 years ago. People are not dead. I confirmed with the eldest princess's subordinates. Ouch. The eldest princess is still alive. The world is the luck of my big money. I told you. The Empress Dowager did not hold a birthday party for many years. It's not the whole life. Why is there a big feast? It turned out to be to celebrate the return of the eldest princess. Tyre, you must behave well later. Strive to win the favor of the eldest princess. The emperor was extremely dependent on the eldest princess when he was young. The mother princess is not scaremongering. Can you be the emperor of Chu? But it all depends on the words of the eldest princess. Don't worry, princess. The eldest princess is my only nephew. He doesn't have to love me. Real, you will show your face in front of the princess later. If you can worship the eldest princess as your teacher. In the future, your officials and apprentices will not have to worry. I will do a good job. Magyang Niang. Can you also introduce my family Yikun? Princess Cheng. Last time, because of Zhao Huan's mother and son, my family Yikun was downgraded 3 grades in a row. Without the salary of a junior official, it is really difficult to support the huge Zhao mansion. Don't worry. I'm sure I'll let you show your face in front of the princess later. Magnolia summons you. I was derogated by the emperor. When I begged the eldest princess to return my heart. You must fight back against the assassination of your mother and son. The eldest princess is here. Did I hear that right? The eldest princess is in court. Don't tell me yet. This lady. It really has some of the elegant demeanor of the eldest princess in the past. If it is true that the former eldest princess, then it is expected that I will have a lot of money to restore the prosperity of all nations to Korea. You were deceived by him. This Li Lan. He is the next cousin abandoned by my master. Don't say the eldest princess. He is not even worthy to wash his feet for the eldest princess. Zhang Degui is really old and confused. Such people are also put in. Halt. What are you doing at the Empress Dowager's birthday party? Lowly grass people. You see your identity very clearly. The emperor told the concubine that Ning Shu bribed his wife, humiliate the mother and corrupt her morality, to snatch the seal of 3 products, demoted to the common people. Haha, you. You should. Will not regret the divorce with his lordship. Want to get grace at the Empress Dowager's birthday feast. Even if the Holy Lord gives the decree, I won't change my mind. What gives you confidence in Zhao Yukun? Make you think I'll regret my divorce? Otherwise, you are a grass citizen. What are you doing at the Empress Dowager's birthday party? Don't tell me you're here to see the future daughter-in-law. Princess Mingyu stayed in the palace and did not return. You must have got the news. To tell you the truth, the reason why Princess Lingyu is called and stranded in the palace, that's because the concubine told the princess. Xiao Han is feared by the emperor. There will be a disaster soon. You and your Kenzuka son will die. Take the princess's heart, huh? It is obviously. I can't bear that Lin is more and more disturbed by the Zhao family and Ning's concubines. To let Lin Yu stay in the palace for a few more days. These people think that the plot has succeeded. A bunch of idiots. Lelan. No matter what you're here for. Today's birthday banquet concerns His Royal Highness the Crown Prince. It is related to the rise and fall of the Zhao family. There is no room for you to call. Zhang Digui. How did you do the errands? How can such a bitch be brought into the palace? It suddenly occurred to me. Uncle Zhang is the same as Li Lan. They all come from Leiyang. No wonder the day of falling out with each other. Boss Zhang came to save you and Zhao Han. So you two are old acquaintances. Bah! You won't let go of a smoking slave. Li Lan, you make me sick. Is to give 10,000 guts to a lackey. The lackey dared not desecrate Mrs. Li. Ladies and gentlemen, Shen Yan. Shen Yan. What lady? He's just a mistress who doesn't even have a seal. Also worthy of the title of Madam. Somebody. Get this bitch out of here. Your Highness, this bitch will write about martial arts. The workers are afraid that they can't help him. Where is the front seat of the temple? Slow. Today is the Empress Dowager's birthday. It is not easy to make trouble. Come on, it's all here. Just let him stay. Why is the Empress still helping Li Lan? If you let him stay, in case the Empress Dowager's birthday banquet is disturbed. The Emperor has always feared Zhao Honggong and Gao Shanzhong. But he suffers from no chance to eradicate it justifiably. If the Prince and I can help the Emperor finish this, I will surely regain the heart of the Emperor. The Empress wanted to use him to lure Zhao Huan to kill two birds with one stone. Well, since the Empress asked you to stay, then you can stay. I'd like to see how these idiots are going to die. Cup. What's the air? We'll see how you and your son die later. What's the air? We'll see how you and your son die later. How dare this bitch sit here? This is a seat for the eldest princess. Why don't you drag him down? Offended the eldest princess. Our Zhao family will be finished. Oh, come on. Don't be embarrassed. Ah, you. A demon, my brother-in-law dare to hurt my demon. You'll never touch me again. I'll break your hand. You. Nude. Li Lan, you are getting bolder and bolder now. How dare you sit at the Empress Dowager's birthday party? Do you know who this seat is for? Used to dominate the imperial court. Kill the princess protector of Khan, the enemy of two people. The eldest princess is really in court. Do you know the name of the eldest princess? The maiden name of the eldest princess. How do I wait for foreign ministers to know? No one knows the name of the princess, your company commander. How to make sure I can't sit in this seat? I'm on the royal roster. I have seen the name of the eldest princess. There seems to be a blue character. Blue. Li Lan. Are you really the princess? Oh, my lady. Don't be fooled by him. This Li Lan. He is a humble businessman from Leiyang. If you don't believe me, you can ask my master. Before we got married, I met his stepsister and Lu Thi. He is indeed from Liang. You blind idiots. Li Lan, I advise you to get down from your seat. Otherwise, you and your old lover will suffer together. Huh. Be careful what you say. Be careful what you say. Mrs. Zhao. Yo, you both dare to do it. Why are you afraid of me to say it? Everybody, check it out. This Li Lan is in order to blend into the birthday party of the Empress Dowager. Pretend to play the Yu. Hooked up with Yan Yu and became immortal. You're talking nonsense. The lackey can't help it. They said that even the lackey should forget it. But you? Why are you angry with an idiot? The Empress Dowager will be in town soon. The road is bumpy. Very tired. I need an iron-carrying man like you to wait on. You go and pick up the Empress Dowager. I'll handle this. Nuo. Bah, I'm shameless in public. Mother Imperial concubine. Do you want me to bring Zhang Degui back? No, after all, he committed adultery with Li Lan. We have no proof. It would be nice if Cao Yanu left. Save grief. Didn't I tell you can't take that seat? Are you deaf? The die can't get out. Good damage. I knew the daughter of this merchant was shameless. Idiot. Huh. I get it. You must know that your son has offended the emperor. I won't live long. That's why you broke the jar. Want to make a fuss about the birthday feast of the Empress Dowager. But it's okay. If you get down on your knees and kowtow to me and Shuhi 3 times. With your dowry and gifts. If you come to my house and continue to be a concubine. Maybe Shuhi and I are the queen of Ning's concubine. How about giving you both a life? His lordship did that to you. You're still thinking about him. Idiot. What I miss is the good things in his hand. Like to eat steamed buns and pickles. Is it? Well, for money's sake, I will allow him to come back as a concubine. Magnanimous bribe. What did the concubine say? As long as Hu Ken in the north of the town hand over Hufu. Unload the armor and return to the field. I can still plead with the emperor for him. Ning, how can you be sure you can talk to the Holy Hand? Change the decision. Your Majesty. The emperor's concubine knew he was wrong. The concubine must discipline the crown prince strictly. Your Majesty. Your Majesty. Bastard. Dare to abuse the mother imperial concubine. Where is the front seat of the temple? This is disrespectful. A long bitch. Arrest me. Kowtow and apologize to the mother princess in public. Ha, Li Lan. So what if you know martial arts? The number of people is to crush you. You are a country chicken and tile dog. The untouchables don't kneel. The avant-garde of the temple dares to fight me. When did you get so good? Les doesn't know. He's never used force in front of me before. I thought he was just an ordinary guy. A bunch of rubbish. Come back too much. This is the first lesson I taught the Crown Prince. The blade must not be used indiscriminately in Jinluan Hall. There is no pardon for those who break the law. You are the Crown Prince. The death penalty can be extinguished. It's hard to escape a crime. Are you crazy? How dare you fight an orphan? I'm going to tear you to pieces. Be full of valor. Li seems to be right. Bring a sharp blade into the Jinluan Hall. There is indeed a breach of etiquette. If the emperor knows, that will only lead to a heavier penalty. Why did you bring a knife into Jinluan Hall? The mother concubine is used to this dagger, so I didn't unload it. But the minister never wanted to use it. He was furious just now. That's why I broke the rules. Mother Princess, you must help your son and minister. If the father knows about this, he will certainly lock up his son and minister in the public house. Dare to act recklessly again. I will drive you into the clan house. Don't come out for life. The emperor must never know that the fetus has made a mistake again. Li Lan, you bring the sharp blade into the Jin Luan hall and beat the crown prince. Is it a rebellion? What did you say? You take the golden leader hall with a sharp blade. Is it from the veterinarian in Beiho town? It seems that the emperor's conjecture is indeed correct. Behind me is a rebellion. Yes, this dagger was brought in by Li Lan. I can testify. I can also testify. The old woman also testified for Ning's concubine. Then I'll testify. Li Shi, now you have to plead guilty. You openly framed the concubine Ning. How dare you? What about you, Prince? Are you going to frame me openly to avoid guilt? The concubine said you were rebellious. You are rebellious. Li, you and your son Zhao Huan are waiting to die. What about you? Do you believe me, or do you believe in concubines and princes? Who dares to reveal what happened today? After my aunt takes the throne, you 9 tribes must be punished. Your Royal Highness, spare your life. What should you say when you see your father? It was Li who violated the ancestral etiquette law. Hide the sharp blade into the Jinluan Hall in an attempt to assassinate His Royal Highness. What else? It's Li Zhaogong. Zhao Huan is behind the truth. Assassinate the crown prince. Your Royal Highness. It's nice of me to say that. He is a man of the times. Wait for the reason to succeed to the throne and seal you as a Shangshu. His Royal Highness Prince C. So many people testified. You mother and son have made the verdict. Well, in order to cover up the crime, planted and framed, and intimidate witnesses to commit perjury. Crown Prince. You're really hopeless, girl. To tear you to pieces. Do you admit your mistake? Why don't you kill me quickly? Kill him. Do you know if you're wrong? Wrong. Wrong. I broke my hand. Broken. How can I admit my mistake? Why are you still twisting? I was wrong. You do it. If you dare to touch the prince, I will cut your mother and son to pieces. Don't worry. It's just a dislocation. But next time, if you dare to do evil, I'll really break your hands. Dare to teach the prince a lesson. Li Lan, who do you think you are? The prince's teacher. Exactly. Huh. I'm afraid you're not depressed, are you? You are a famous woman in the village. Unexpectedly want to be the teacher of His Royal Highness. If it hadn't been for the repeated intercession of the Holy Father, I will never accept a man of such bad conduct as an apprentice. What did you say? Your Majesty begged you to be the prince's teacher. It is surprising to say that the emperor begged you to be the prince's teacher. Li Lan, even if you talk big, you are not afraid of flashing your tongue. It is the disease of King Shi Zi. Dare to tell such a big lie if you can recite a few books. Reading lies and comprehension. Huh. Learn by rote as you do. No wonder you haven't made any achievements in the past 18 years. Bah. It seems that for the past 18 years, you made a contribution to the court. The bride is me. Wrong. If I stay in the palace to teach the crown prince, he wouldn't have grown so crooked. If I don't leave, it will not lead to overwork and illness. The disease has attacked the vitals. It's all my sister's fault. This is nonsense. The emperor intends to let the eldest princess be Taifu. This is desperate. How will she know? Is she really the eldest princess? Ma'am, don't be fooled by him. If he is really an eldest princess, how could he marry my master? Well, he was just a poor scholar at that time. That's right. I almost believed this rich nonsense. What do we do now? He is good at kung fu. What do you want to do? Even leave us? It can't be stopped at all. Who made trouble in Jinluan Hall? Make a fool of oneself. Get out. Yes. Wu Tong brought you here just in time. Ma'am, what's going on? This is Li Lan. He took the dagger into the Jinluan Hall and wounded His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and the Imperial Guard. Be bold and unruly. Dare to make trouble in Jinluan Hall. You don't know me. Is it necessary for General Ben to know you? Well, so is it. 18 years ago, you were just a henchman. You have no right to show your face in front of me. What are you pretending? Isn't that the mother of the second-grade Marquis? You talk like you're a big shot. It turned out to be Zhao Huan's mother. Who do I think it is? Why do you think you have done some military meritorious service? You can despise the throne. This is Jinluan Hall. Don't say you're the mother of a foreign minister. Even if you are the princess is here. General Ben will still arrest you. As the commander of the guards. Death and other serious crimes of benign ethnic groups. You don't even ask why. Arrest people without asking whether they are right or wrong. Just because you slandered Ning's concubine and assaulted the prince. You deserve to die. Oh, so you're the dog of Ning's concubine. How dare you insult General Ben? Wutonglan is the martial arts champion of my former country. Just your three-legged kung fu. If you encounter Wutong Forest, you will surely die. Fuck. Li Lan, you won't die this time. Stop. The use of force in Jinluan Hall. Wu Meng, how dare you? What is the Emperor doing here? Aren't you not feeling well in the heart-nourishing hall? I want to rest too. But look what you and your stupid son have done. I don't know. The commander of my royal army has surrendered to the prince. The minister refused to do so because his wife Ning said. This Li brought hostility into Jinluan Hall. Attempt to revolt. That's why I want to help the emperor take down this clan husband. Who are you talking about? The emperor's concubine has already inquired. It was Zhao Hon who let this Li into Jinluan Hall with a sharp blade. The aim is to kill you and the Empress Dowager. All the in-laws present can testify for their concubines. Father, this Li is really abominable. He beat his son and minister. Beat the son's minister. Your Majesty, this is the best time to eradicate Zhao Hon. When will we be undefeated at this time? You idiot. Why did the Emperor hit Lady Ting instead? You said he rebelled. Do you know who he is? Isn't he just the mother of a second-grade Marquis? A blind fool. No wonder she gave birth to a pig like Mrs. Li. Even if the Emperor scolds his concubine, how come even the prince scolded you? Where do I put the face of the prince? He disgraced me. Yang Yang. The jade dress worn by you and the Emperor. Li Lan has an identical piece. What's going on? There has been a report from a servant before. Said he saw a middle-aged man visiting the princess. Li Lan went out to meet him in person. The two were intimate in manner. The woman whose emperor is having an affair is Li Lan. What? This can't be done. 3,000 beauties in the harem of the emperor. What kind of women don't? If the emperor hadn't had an affair with Lei Lan, then why didn't the emperor kill them? Didn't you say that the emperor was afraid of Zhao Huanggong and Gao Xin? Are you all right? Don't worry. No one in the world can hurt me. Sister Huang, thanks for your hard work. Ma'am, you should believe it now. Bitch. How dare you seduce the emperor? What are you talking about? The concubine said. Why is the emperor always because of this bitch? Blame the concubine and the crown prince. It turns out that this bitch is the emperor's salvation. Absurd. My concubine remembered that the emperor said, "This jade dress is a pair." The other piece. On people who are very important to the emperor. Yes and no. Yes. Well, the emperor admitted it himself. Were it not for this piece of jade dress handed down to the country, I didn't know the imperial bentgrass was close at hand. Should I solemnly thank you? Those two guards who look at people with dog eyes. Just call Sister Huang. Ning concubine. You concluded that I was having an affair with the emperor because of a jade dress. You're stupid enough to be an eye-opener. Don't you dare be arrogant when you seduce the emperor? The emperor hit me again because of this bitch. What's so good about him? Fascinate you so much? Don't you dare talk nonsense again. I put you in the cold. I can't believe the emperor did it for this bitch. To put his concubines in the cold. The concubine is the biological mother of the prince. My concubine is no longer alive. Bitch, go to hell. Subject. Are you all right? Your Majesty. Princess, you didn't kill your father, did you? Too much medicine, too much medicine. Don't go. What do you want? Delay the emperor's treatment. It's not enough for you to have 10 heads. Li Shi plotted to murder the emperor. Commit the most heinous crimes. Wu Tongling. Kill this peddler quickly. And then go after the man behind it. The call was returned to this time. You're going to be set up again. Do you know where the emperor lives and dies? As long as you die. Who knew I was behind this? As for the emperor, if the emperor dies because of this little delay, for me and the crown prince, on the contrary, it is a very good thing. This is rebellion. Wu Tongling killed him. Isn't this Sycamore the champion of the martial arts? Why are you so vulnerable? The champion of Wu was defeated in one move. This Li is a little too good, isn't he? I've never heard of a woman so fierce. Except for the rumored princes. No way. Absolutely not. If he is really the eldest princess, how could he marry a Han scholar? Oh, I see. Jiansheng came to stay in the house for 3 days. Must have taught Li a few tricks. So it's normal that Wu Tongling can't beat. Then who can beat him? Can't we let them out? Get out. Mother and son are all dead. Where are the black and white evil spirits? Is this the legendary killer in the top 3? Black and white evil spirits. Yes, we are both black and white. I can't believe you left such evil men in the palace. Sure enough, you have a rebellious heart. Now that you know my cards, then you will die today. Black and white. Kill him for me. Stop killing my mother. Aren't you supposed to be with the queen? I got a message. Someone is going to embarrass you. You did it. Yeah. Otherwise, why didn't I kick you out of the palace? Of course, it's to get me into the urn. It's just that you're here. Today I will let your mother and son die in the same place. Rumor. The eldest princess hates the family of Zhongqing, who is the victim of adultery. You said that if I help the emperor and the court eradicate these two great evils, what will the eldest princess reward his concubines and princes? Well, you know a lot about the eldest princess. Then you are not afraid that he will see through your intrigue. Huh. Why am I afraid of anything? Huh. Black and white evil spirits. Kill him. Li Lan and Zhao Huan. What if you two have studied with Kensei for 3 days? In front of absolute experts. You are the ants that can be crushed to death at any time. Clowns dare to show off trash in front of me. Thanks to you, you are still in the top 3. Niang, Niang. The two of us underestimated the enemy just now. But the mother and son do have some ability. I'll give you both another chance. Kill them. Protect your majesty. Yes. Ah. 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 Huh. How dare you poison your majesty? In order to catch the evil. What if I use some despicable tricks? As long as we can get rid of both of you. And the emperor is safe. The eldest princess not only does not know how to talk about concubines, and will praise my concubines for being good at using soldiers. Well, if the Holy Lord dies because of it, then you mother and son happens to be a stepping stone to the throne of my son, asshole. Although we can't beat them, but the emperor was defeated by our deadly poison and broke up. If there is no antidote, you will die within 7 steps. Li Lan, don't you care about the emperor? Why don't you cut your own meridians now? I will ask both Black and White to give the emperor the antidote. And send a royal doctor. Good. It's you I want to kill. It's not the emperor. In the final analysis, although my prince is expensive, but the foundation is for me. If you are willing to let go, then I don't have to kill the emperor. Okay, I promise. Give the emperor the antidote. Well, you cut your own meridians first. I can't. I cut my own meridians for my mother. Huh. I won't let you get what you want. Aren't you mother and son filial piety? That palace wants you to watch your mother die in front of you, and then arrest you for rebellion. Yuman was beheaded. I'm going to make your mother and son after death will also be reviled by the people. Balan, why don't you cut off your own meridians? What, you want to see the Holy Master die? Wana, if he breaks his promise, they must be killed. I don't want you to listen. Haya takes orders. Ah, mother. Give the emperor the antidote. Antidote. Please ask Auntie Yu to go to Yangshin Hall to take good care of the emperor. Yes. Li Lan, you are dead in the stage of hand and hamstring. Don't you dare hit me. Meow. You hit me again. I'll kick your ass. I'll kick you to death, my prince. You're completely hopeless. Chainer, you are a son, and can't teach well. He has rotted from the root, to lose the effectiveness. Hey, cousin prince, let me play too. This old woman did a lot of harm. We, the Zhao family. An old woman. Ben helped you to bleed. Xiao Rui. Don't you dare touch him. I'll cut you to pieces. Come on, come on. Zhao Huan, don't worry. When your mother dies, it will be your turn soon. You'll see each other soon. Kid, don't you dare touch me. How can he still hit someone? You can rest assured. This is what the common saying is called flashback. Now he's really running out of steam. The Empress had better kill the man. To avoid long nights and long dreams. Hide it and kill him, Nuo. Mother. Zhao Huan, don't worry. When your mother dies, it will be your turn soon. You two will see each other soon. This is the end of you two betraying my Zhao family. Fuck. White sister. You two smelly rats dare to kill me. Lilan is not qualified yet. Am I reading this right? With such a serious injury, you can still fight back against a strong enemy. There's a man. It is rumored that 18 years ago, in the battle between the eldest princess and Beidi, he was seriously injured. Take the life of Beidi Khan among the armies. This Li is so brave. Is he really the eldest princess? No way. He can't be the eldest princess. He should be the reflection of the black evil spirit. If you don't believe me, you can call someone in right away. I'm sure we can take it down right away. Where is his father's former position? Kill him now. The Empress Dowager has arrived. This dead old woman is really in the way. Please come here behind the scenes. This Li is an anti-thief. Be careful of hurting you. I think you're the one who wants to rebel. Jinluan electroplating would rather rely on your courage. The mother gives her concubines 10 guts. I dare not even my concubine. Yes, Wang Zongmu. You must have misunderstood. It's too late for us to honor our father. How is it possible to revolt? Don't think the AI family doesn't know what you're doing. Dare to put on airs in front of the AI family. Look what you've done. Niang. Niang. Why does the Empress Dowager take care of Lilan so much? Is it true that what happened between him and the Emperor? The Queen knows. But it's just an old lover of the Emperor outside the palace. Why does the Empress Dowager pay so much attention? The Empress Dowager will never take the Queen's concubine seriously. Attach so much importance to this Lilan. Huh. I'm afraid it's because of his good son Zhao Huan. What does it have to do with Zhao Huan? Look at the posture of the old woman to protect the calf. I am afraid this call is the wild owner of the Emperor outside the palace. What? I should have killed the summons first. What do we do now? There is a call for this jade bead. Can this dragon chair still be the turn of the prince? I'm here. No one can compete for the throne with Tyre. There is a royal doctor waiting in the hall of Anoxic Heart. Don't you dare stop even Haishe. Do you really want to rebel? My mother and my concubine dare not. It's just that Li and Zhao Huan are the people who committed the rebellion. Not only hurt the crown prince and poisoned the emperor. If it hadn't been for the help of the quack experts recruited by Tyre Institute, I'm afraid the emperor is already dead at this time. Severely punish the rebellious thief after begging his mother. Ask the Empress Dowager to severely punish the rebellious thief. A rebellious thief at a time. Do you know who he is? Of course my concubine knows. Isn't he the emperor's old lover outside the palace? The emperor did have some history with him, but the Zhao family can prove it. Zhao Huan is definitely not the emperor's dragon species, Xiao Shilang. I can testify. Zhao Huan is indeed the child of Li and me. Never confuse the royal bloodline at all. You heard the Queen Mother, didn't you? You're hurting the wrong person. Shut up. Ning's concubine talks nonsense. Zhang Degui opened his mouth hard. Yes. Male official accent level 3. The woman clapped her mouth 50. I'll see which one of you dare to gossip. There are those who are unconvinced. Double the penalty. Prince. You are not like a prince. The AI family sent you to the patriarchal mansion to think about a wish. The queen of the mother and the concubine were disobedient. Why only punish our party? Because you're stupid. You have eyes without pearls. Still willing to question the AI family's immoral handling of Ning's concubine. Punish you. To be careful with the service. Hard labor for a month. In order to have fun. Downgrade 3 levels in a row. Wouldn't that make me an official of the 6 concubines? I'm already 6 concubines. If I drop again, I will have to guard the city gate. Mother, help your son and minister. I don't want to go to the patriarchal mansion. I don't know how many royal relatives died in there. When you think about it, my ministers are scared. Put up with it. I have to go to Shangxing Temple to be a bitter doctor. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to applaud. The Empress Dowager said, if the mouth is not honest, the thief will break it. Okay. How did you get poisoned? Evil people under the control of heaven. Used despicable means in the course of the fight. Bastard. The 3,000 concubines in the harem gave birth to such a fool. If the emperor is at least good or bad, how to hand over rivers and mountains to him? My lord, you are awake at last. Since the mother queen is a subject and incompetent, the rivers and mountains are not under control. The children are not taught well. Don't worry as soon as you wake up. Wait until you get better. Would you like to sleep a little longer? I am a little tired. I heard the voice of Sister Huang and behind the scenes just now. To wake up by force. If you want to sleep, sleep for a while. What's going on outside? There is an emperor sister. There is already an old sister. Why don't you patch it up too? The injury is so bad. Be careful to drop the root of the disease. Chenna has an AI family here. I'll be in the hall tonight. I'm not going back to the princess's house. Chun-Er has been looking forward to this moment for a long time in these 18 years. If he is in good health, I will get a jar of pear petals to drink with you till dawn. Do you have any questions for your mother? You must be the rumored princess. How did you find out? The whole Qiangwo country. There is only one person who can defeat the black and white evil spirits with one blow. That is, Wan Jun can take the first rank of general from it. The heroic eldest princess. The child never thought of it. The person I have admired since childhood is my own mother and relative. It's a pity that my mother's hands and feet are all broken. All are concubines and princes. I really want to kill them. No. It's not good. Not good. Oh no, princess. The emperor is dead. What did you say? I was fine before I left. The emperor is terminally ill. Wake up before the poison kills the bowels. It's just a flashback. Ah, mother concubine. You help the minister. Don't go to the patriarchal palace. There is not even a maid to serve. How can I make a living? And the core? He won't die for a day. The minister can't feel at ease. Niang. Ning. The official position of my lord. Can you help us? If he is really punished to guard the city gate. Your face doesn't look good either. The spoken language of the Empress Dowager. What can I do? You can all put up with it. There is always a day to turn around like this. The Empress is not good. The Emperor is dead. The Emperor died. God help me. Then I can be Emperor. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. I should have known you wouldn't wake up. Sister Huang won't let you sleep. You don't have to blame yourself too much. Long before you went back to the palace. There is no medicine for the emperor. He's kind of relieved. Get up. It's been too long. Your legs can't stand it. You are still hurt. My son is fine. Don't kneel for too long. Your Majesty, why did you leave your concubine? As soon as you leave. What should I do if I leave my concubine and the prince? It's really you. Xiao Huan, what about that bastard? Keep your mouth clean, huh? Oh, you won't. You thought you were Li Lan, who was good at kung fu. Oops. You have really become a loser. Poor thing. Ning concubine. The Emperor's spirit is here. If you're not here to cry, get out of here for the AI family. Queen Mother. The Emperor is dead. How can you change your temper? What do you mean? The Emperor dies. The prince is about to take the throne. I am the eldest in this palace. You, the Empress Dowager, you'd better think it over. Put oneself in the right position. Otherwise, don't blame me for sending you to guard the Wangling for the late Emperor. Miserable for the rest of my life. That's what you mean. Your Mrs. Li is sure to succeed to the throne? My concubine asked. The death of the emperor was too sudden. I don't remember leaving an edict at all. If he is the only prince of the emperor, if you don't pass the seat to him, who will you give it to? Balan. Doesn't the emperor like you? Huh. How about I bury you alive? Buried with the emperor. What do you say? Ning concubine. Don't be arrogant too early. Be careful that extreme joy leads to sorrow. I'm going to be the queen soon. I am the biggest in the whole of Dacian country. Who can make me happy and sad? Good. All right. My cousin Prince is about to become emperor. Cousin. After I succeeded to the throne from the Palace of Dragons, what position do you give me? How about Shang Shu of the Ministry of Household? The household department has a lot of money. Our fat water does not flow to outsiders' land. Ah, Your Royal Highness, this son has become a Shang Shu. Don't I have to be Prime Minister? After my aunt takes the throne. You are all from the courtiers of the dragon. Just tell me what you want. You will have all the money ready by then. There is no silver. You can find some beautiful women for Jiu Mo. Ha, then I am the wife of the Prime Minister. Blessed by our ancestors. Our Zhao family is going to soar. There is such a king. I am not far from the kingdom. Mrs. Li, you will never be an emperor in your life. Mrs. Li, you will never be an emperor in your life. Fengshen Yun Emperor ordered me to reign for 20 years. Princes Li Lan, Foreign Minister Quan. Internal complaint against traitor Ning. External resistance to a strong enemy. Prince Li is not virtuous. Be unworthy of being a king. Demoted to a common man. His biological mother Ning's concubine entered the cold palace. So the answer is, after the shock, he acted with the eldest princes Li Lankin. How is that possible? How could the emperor be killed by the eldest princess? Old woman, you book leave, right? Prime Minister Zhong, you usually help the emperor to listen to the edict. You must know the emperor's handwriting. You come to check the authenticity. That's right. It is indeed the emperor's handwriting. Impossible. This is absolutely impossible. The edict made it very clear. You can't stand to be a king. The emperor had no choice but to meditate for the eldest princess. How did this happen? It's over. All the efforts of the Zhao family have been wasted. Our ancestors bless us. Aunt Zhao doesn't believe it. I tore up your edict. Of course, the throne belongs to an aunt. My aunt doesn't believe it. I tore up your edict. Of course, the throne belongs to an aunt. Bastard. You bitch. Don't you dare hit the prince. You are no longer a crown prince. You are a common people. I'm not a common man. I'm the crown prince. The future emperor. Is it true that what he said about the edict is false? Of course the apology is false. Since ancient times, no woman has been an emperor. Your father is a wise king. How is it possible to make such an absurd edict of succession? Do extraordinary things in extraordinary times. The generation from Dacian to Gaozong, none of them are of great use. Transfer the throne to the princess who is excellent in all aspects. Wait until the patriarchal clan chooses an excellent son before taking office. It is also in line with the ancestral teachings. Bring this up. The old man remembered an old story. At that time, Your Majesty, several former emperors worried that the emperor was too young. It will harm the country and the people. Propose that the throne be passed on to the eldest princess. Go around in circles. The eldest princess still became emperor. It seems that the throne must be the imperial princess. Loyal Prime Minister. I didn't call you here to help others. The truth is just a manager. I won't help you kiss. What's more, the two loyal families have never had any negative relationship. Hello, you wine-driven bastards. Even if the edict is true. What about the princes? Why don't you see anyone else? Isn't he going to be emperor? How dare you not come out to pick up the edict? Isn't he going to be a hero? The eldest princess. Is it a turtle whose head is shrunk when he dares not take the imperial edict? This is how I curse the princes. I didn't see him come out to see each other. I have to doubt it. Does the rumored eldest princess really return to Korea? It's not the emperor. Be terminally ill. And miss the princess too much. So there was a sign of righteousness. In fact, the real princess died as early as 18 years ago. That's right, princess. How can you give up the life for food and clothing? Incognito for 18 years. He must be dead. I told you. I've never heard my colleagues say the news that the eldest princess is still in Korea. It turned out to be the emperor's discussion of politics. Queen Mother. Since the eldest princess is still discussing politics, then you'd better make a decree quickly. Make the crown prince the new king of storage. As the saying goes, a country cannot be without a king in a day. If the AI family doesn't agree, then you can't blame me for forcing the palace. Hairless. Yes. To tell you the truth, 20,000 troops have heavily encased this place. Discerning. Quickly make the crown prince a new army. Or else. Kill you, concubine. How dare you force the palace? A lot of nerve. Dead old woman. I'm just gonna ask you one question. Are you going to issue this order or not? Mrs. Lee, stop dreaming. You'll never be emperor in your life. You don't deserve it. Then you die for me. After you die, you kill everyone who opposes it. The prince can also become emperor. Huh. Today, Li Shi. This general will cut you to pieces. To avenge yesterday's revenge. Because of you. How is that possible? I thought you were scrapped. The former head of state princess. Is it possible that you can waste it when you wait for the local chicken tile dogs to waste it? Are you the rumored eldest princess? I told you who I am. It's you who are blind. Have to die. So what if you are the eldest princess? What if you are good at martial arts? I have 20,000 troops. The body alone can crush you to death. Your Majesty, the rebellion has all been quelled. Shanking has been arrested and killed. If it hadn't been for the 20,000 forest troops. It's not all for the sake of the thief. As early as the moment you first arrived at the funeral hall. Just take you down. Is it possible? It's impossible to lose like this. Somebody to commit the following crimes. The thief was dragged out. Ling Qi was executed. In order to achieve the best results. Ma'am, I was wrong. Spare me my life. Madam. Daughter-in-law, please. Don't kill me. I don't want to die. Aunt, I've been teaching you for 17 years. Aunt, please spare my life. Sister, I was wrong. I'll never dare again. I'll kowtow to you. Beg my sister to spare my life. You are waiting for today. You deserve what you deserve. Somebody. Drag them down. Ma'am. Aunt lady. Give me a break. Jade, female emperor. Reigned for 36 years. Internal and external obedience. Created an unprecedented prosperity. Long live the emperor. Hooray! Hail!